Hello, this is Tam, the Tam BOTC channel. I'm just exploring the new DLC. You'll see upcoming episodes on my blind playthrough. This will be ahead of those, though. Recorded ahead of those. But I wanted to touch on MatPat's new Dark Souls video, because I sent a message to it, and I'll describe what the message said. I can't remember every word by word, though. But, I sent a message not only to kind of be of a way of entering his little contest or whatever was going on, but also I almost, like, during my message, I was like, you know what, this game theory sounds a little bit pointless when you think about it. But what I said in my message is what I theorize, and I even say, hey, they're just theories in the end, too. At the end of my message, so that people don't take them as seriously, and hopefully people don't. But, I talk about how, I always thought maybe he's focused, first off, not only does he repeat a lot of things that people like VaatiVidya and such have already, done talks on, but and it's kind of like a repeat video of that kind of stuff. And he's focused on Dark Souls 3, as well as the fact that he's focused on finding out who the main character is, the person you play as. And I'm like, what? That's like trying to figure out who the main character, the Dragonborn, is in Skyrim, or the main character of any of the Fallout games, or other Elder Scrolls games. It's just like, what the heck? The main character I always thought, and I said this in my message, that the main character I always thought was supposed to be you, and you alone. A representation of you and your adventures, the way your gameplay style, and what you do. Not, anything else along the lines. It's supposed to be directly you. My goodness, these jerks, by the way. But, yeah, I just found it kinda goofy. Apparently these guys have an armor set that you can collect. But I don't care. Oh, did I ever search here? Interesting. But, I also quoted that, being cursed, that I always thought, like, the main character might have been, like, a Lord of Cinder himself. And I also, like, as I was talking about that, I thought, hey, I also think he might be a Shard of Manus. Might have a Shard of Manus within him. But I feel like the game tells your story, as well as the kind of characters you run into. Develop your story more than you actually do, because of your different run-ins that you have with those characters. That tells more story than the actual ones that people are trying to approach on. Okay. And it's supposed to be your main character. It's not supposed to be this other special person. This other, with a background. And of course it would be interesting because nobody's really touched on who the main character is, but in a way with stuff like VaatiVidya's videos, they sort of do, because they touch on, like, his more personal side, relationships with characters in the game, as well as what he sees them go through, his experiences with that. But I don't think the main character really has, like, a background, especially to focus on just the main character of Dark Souls 3. There's the main characters of Dark Souls 1 and 2 as well. And as they described, the Soul of Cinder could be a combination of all of those, or is a combination. So, I really liked that. Your main character is just you. I don't think of anything different. Anything that should be looked at as big or important. It's just you. Oh, I don't have any more homeward bones? But you suck, game. Anyways, why do I have this ring on? What the crud? Where is... There it is. I don't want that ring on. I think I was going to use that for battle, but it later stunk. You'll probably see when the Let's Play comes up. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like, why would you just focus on Dark Souls 3's main protagonist? Why would you repeat things that VaatiVidya has already done? And why would you do other things to not focus on the others? The things that are more interesting are actually the backgrounds and surroundings, and I said this in my comment too, of Dark Souls. Like, I'm more interested because I always felt like Dark Souls had a similar style of the whole every villain or character is reincarnated, kind of like Legend of Zelda. And they have even a targeting system. May not be the same way you use the targeting system, but it's a targeting system. And some of the combat's similar. Shield, sword, fight. Combat. You can parry, especially in the new one, and people are even saying, like, Legend of Zelda is the Dark Souls of the new Breath of the Wild is the Dark Souls of the new Zelda games. And I probably love Legend of Zelda because of that fact. But I don't think of it as Dark Souls though. It's its own kind of brilliance, its own kind of special. But why would you be I'm always like, I want to find out more about Manus because and some of the other characters, they really tie in with the new DLC, Ringed City. And they tie in stuff like patches, and there's so many things that are like, spoiler alerts. I didn't say specifically who, but still, you can take a guess. But, yeah, there's so many things that I feel are more important than trying to figure out what your main character is. It's kind of pointless. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating stuff. I do that a lot because I not only have a memory problem, but I kind of ad-lib these conversations, and I kind of talk to sort of push time as I go, so that people don't think like I'm like being too boring, even if I'm saying the same thing. But anyways, there were a couple other things I was thinking of. So there's Manus. I always was more interesting in background Manus. Possibility that your character is a shard of Manus. And here's the other thing I was thinking of. The reason I think those things are possible and fit in with your character and the path that he takes is that, and I also used Doom Guy. There's this video called "Why Is Doom Guy Angry?" and I linked that in that comment, or at least a comment attached to that comment. And it's like, I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was like a Doom Guy was sent by angels, and as a guardian or a bounty hunter of evil and demons. And that's how I feel the same, and since there are demon and evil like themes in Dark Souls, it's sort of similar. I always thought of the main character as kind of the bounty hunter, and he's resurrected or revived just like the others, just to destroy evil. But I also thought he was a fraction of the soul of Manus, or even part of, he could be Lord of Cinder as well. Like, the only reason I don't think he could be like more of a backup Lord of Cinder, where they resurrect only like a certain number of Lords of Cinder in case something goes wrong, but if all of them decide to turn, then they resurrect this next Lord of Cinder, kind of like their own backup plan for that. Plan B, resurrect this moron. And it's just sort of the way of things, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. That part's what confused me. I'm more curious on, like, who resurrects these characters. The most likely answer is, like, they're godlike beings within the series. Or maybe even other Lords of Cinder might do it, because... Which could be true because of the guy within the Firelink Shrine, who's a Lord of Cinder and is still sitting in his throne. What was his name? Ludwig or something? I can't remember. But he was a Lord of Cinder, and he might be responsible for your resurrection. He might even be the Firekeeper. But, yeah, I find that kind of stuff more interesting than, what MatPat was trying to get across. The one thing I do appreciate about MatPat's video, though, is that he's giving more attention to Dark Souls. And I do like that, because I feel like Dark Souls deserves more attention. Because people actually think of it as like a cult classic, even though I think it's more than that now. Like, almost everybody knows it now. Especially since there's 3 games now, and then all these spin-off games trying to be like it and such. Lords of the Fallen, Neo, all these other games, and then games that have Easter eggs of Dark Souls related stuff. But I guess people still refer to it as a stinking whatever game. Oop. Why did I forget? I just said it. I'm an idiot. Anyways, but oh, what was the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, what is this? Yeah, poop. I know there's an illusionary wall. I looked up a video on all the illusionary walls there are. Liar. But I always thought that was never a big focus of mine or anybody else who plays Dark Souls. Dark Souls likes to leave a lot of its lore subtly hidden within the world and the armor sets and weapons that you read the descriptions off of, instead of outright telling you the story. They'll give you your short, predictable fantasy story at first, but then it's like you're let loose in the world with nobody to instruct you. And I think that's another reason why Dark Souls is similar to the newest Legend of Zelda, is that it doesn't really instruct you like others do. It doesn't hold you by the hand. And I like that. That's cool. Good job. There's a ladder. Where does this lead to exactly? Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't see this before. Revive Judic. Oh, no. Okay, so you can fight the boss battle again. That's cool. That's a new discovery. It's a boss you guys will see later. That's really cool. Discover that during this video. But anyways, I'm finally glad I got this armor set. This is the coolest in this DLC. What is that big giant sound? Oh, it's the guys below. I think you can get some of their armor pieces, by the way. I don't know how. Do you just kill them for it? But, there's those guys down there. And there's guys trying to kill me right now. Nope. Well, why'd I stand there? Oh, he died of fall. Good. But, really? Dink. But, I hope you could hear me just fine, too. I'm still sick, which is great. I'm not as bad as I was. I only have this weird throat thing going on. But it's like lingering with me for the longest time. I wish it would just go away, for crying out loud. It feels like it gets closer every day, and then it's like, nope. You can't get better. I'm not letting you. You suck. You stupid. Go away. Leave me alone. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that conversation. What I had to... There was more to it, but I can't remember exactly what else. But that Doom guy thing was interesting. The only thing that makes me think that he's a Lord of Cinder, though, is that he like you as the main protagonist, you are the player, the character, represented as such. You make the decision if you want to light the flame or not. You could be just like those other Lords of Cinder who decided not to. They made their own path. So you can make yours. And there's so many ways you go about it and explore the different side quests and such. You really can carve out your own path. You make your own destiny and you become your own character. To give your own character an actual legitimate name and who he is just kind of actually makes the character seem very pointless and bland. It's like say I'm like, and the plot twist is your main character is Patches. Yeah, you were the troll. You were trolling yourself this whole time. Good job. Good job, metaphorical representation. And it just, like, once you hear it, you're, like, not only unsatisfied to such a distinctive, unbelievable factor, but you're just like, that's it. This is dumb. It's just not good either, and it kind of affects the way you look at the game. I'm going to be exploring more of this DLC because there's something missing. I'm supposed to have another piece of armor, and I think I have to fight those big guys too for some armor. I don't want to fight them alone. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought. I don't want to kill these guys yet. I haven't completed this DLC yet, but I guess I will after I have. So, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you did enjoy this video. I'm sorry it's 17 minutes long. But yeah, I do think it would be extremely pointless to just give your character a face and it to be related to a character in the game. It would probably be interesting if it was like a character you never saw but you only heard of in like the different writings in the descriptions and such of different weapons and such. Like say you were I forget what there's a couple of characters that you never get to see in the actual game. And there was even somebody who said like, "Oh my goodness, your character all along is Ocelot." And I'm like, that would be actually very underwhelming. It's like, really? You're an invisible child to a dragon? That doesn't make sense. You're not even a dragon, you lead to the path. Oh yeah, I want to touch on Hawkwood, I think. Who, yes, he's a Lord of Cinder. But if you take the dragon path and do his side quest, in the end you actually do end up killing him. So it's kind of pointless to talk about him, because you do end up killing him. It's like, why are you talking about him? Are you trying to get across the assumption that because he's still alive, there's still potential Lords of Cinder to be a threat to the fire? Because not only is that not true, but he's dead. He can die. You can kill him, not only at the shrine, but it's part of an actual side quest, where you have to eventually kill him. And if you want the sweet loot you get out of it, yeah, of course, you're gonna kill him. So, I found that was kind of pointless to touch on. So, those are what I found pointless, what I found interesting, what I found whatever about the Dark Souls. I hope you could hear me fine. I hope you heard, I guess, whatever semblance of the game fine if you wanted to. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you next time, and leave your comments below too. Bye!